And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tilson Live. It is Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock. We are coming at you live on YouTube, live on Facebook, as we do each and every single week to talk about all things building a custom home on your land. I'm Eric Allard, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family. We're an old home builder, been around for almost 100 years, doing this one-trick ponies, building on your land. And I'm joined, as I am each and every single week, who always is, I'm sure, elated how I change up the intro. The one, the only, the amazing Dawn Dantzler, Tilson Homes Vice President of Marketing and Customer Experience. Good afternoon, Dawn.
Hey, Eric, how's it going?
It's going great, and I love keeping you on your toes. It's my job.
Yes, you do.
Yep. So people say I need a handler, but that's your job. So
I know. It's really hard, guys.
it is full-time. It's full-time, in addition to all the other cool things that she does. So, yeah, folks, jump into the chat. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, because we got nothing to hide. We can do this live. We can answer questions while we go. We can do it on the fly because we've been doing this for so long and because we're honest and transparent. That's why we do it. So we're here to talk about all things building a custom home on your land. We want to hear from you. We want to hear where you're watching from, what part of the process you are in, and where you're building. And then also, of course, any and all questions you might have about design, about customization, about energy efficiency, about construction, about site preparation, about financing, about customer care and warranty, anything you want to know when it comes to building a custom home on your land. That's why we do the show. That's why we're here. We're here for you. So ask those questions, jump into the chat. We want to hear from you guys. And while we're doing that, Dawn is going to tell us what in the world we're talking about today.
Yeah. So today we are going to do one of my favorite things, which is show off one of y'all's homes. So we have a customer, the Dewar family, who allowed us to come into their lovely Tampico. So we can show you all the customizations that they made to make that home for their family. So they've got a lot of cool things to show off. They did a lot of neat things with the kitchen, did some interesting cabinetry changes, put in some of the options that we have available from Kent Moore, so that you can do different things with your kitchen. So just very excited to show you guys some of the ideas and the changes that you can make
Very cool.
that really just, make a huge difference in your home. So super excited to show that off.
Awesome. So yeah, folks, we are going to take a beautiful look at this house. Love where it is. I got a little more on that. I did not brief Dawn on this, nor did I ask permission. But all
right, we're going to learn about Zandt County.
Yep, we're going to do a little Texas history lesson on Zandt County, Texas. They are a unique bird, so looking forward to talking about that. But do folks jump into the chat, tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in, and of course, any and all questions, we want to answer them for you. Make sure you have all the information you need for you and your family to move forward with this process. Ideally, it's with Tilson. That'd be wonderful. We'd love the opportunity. But really, regardless of who you're going to build with, we want to be sure you're on with all the information, you ask all the right questions, and that you get the best and most transparent answers. That's really why we do this. So jump into the chat, where you're watching from, where you're building, part of the process. Any questions about any part of the process, we will answer them for you. But first, your lesson about Zandt County, and then we're going to talk about this beautiful home in Zandt County. So
awesome.
Fun fact, and it's relevant. I'll get there. You'll have to work with the weave here. But suffice it to say, Tilson customers are and have a type. Okay, right? Is that fair? We're an independent-minded, spirited, don't like to be told what to do kind of people. That's just who we are. Okay, well, Zandt County takes that and quadruples it.
Okay.
They have a kind of a nickname as the Free State of Zandt. In 1861, when Texas seceded from the Union, they actually seceded from Texas. They wanted to stay with the Union. They don't like being told what to do, and then that didn't pan out. And then I think it's after the Civil War. I don't remember. It wasn't right away. It was a couple years after, so maybe 1866, 67, somewhere in there. When we rejoined the Union, they applied to secede from the state of Texas, the Confederate States of America, and the United States of America, and have their own.
Just do our own thing.
They did. Yep. And so. There was a little rebellion that went down. General Sheridan sent troops in to quell the rebellion, but it's deep East Texas. It's super wooded. Ain't real good for riding horses in. So many people of the county got in the woods, and then they assaulted this cavalry unit, attacked them. Were celebrating their victory. One thing led to another with the bottles that have the 3 X's on it. They all got too inebriated to defend themselves, got arrested. And then the night after, they all broke out And basically, them in the United States did nothing about it. We're just like, okay, cool. Everybody good? We're good. We got out of our system. We're good. So
Feel better now?
they take the independent-minded spirit and like just explode it. So kudos to you folks from Zandt County, all you guys out there in Eustis and in Canton. Everybody do First Mondays. You just missed First Monday. Dawn, if you need some Christmas junk,
Okay.
antiques and garbage that I would refer to, but they're treasures, truly. They are. Canton First Mondays, Google it. Huge deal. Goes down the first Monday of every month. It's really the whole weekend, but it culminates on the first Monday. And yeah, all the wares, and it's like acres and acres and acres of
cool.
Just treasure shopping. That something that like my wife and her sisters and mom would go to, not so much me, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like this little metal signs you see in some of our customers' homes, all of those kind of treasures, they come from Canton. They come from Zandt County. So
very cool.
There's everyone's nickel lesson of Zandt County. Probably not in our copy on the website, but
it should be. We might need to revise it.
The Free State of Zandt is a real thing, and I admire their independent spirit, regardless of what union they belong to. So, folks, again, jump into the chat if you want to give your opinion on the Free State of Zandt.
Poll in the chat: are you more likely or less likely to live in Zandt County now?
Now that you know, you have no clue where their allegiances lie. But it's neither to Confederacy or the Union. They literally are their own people. They don't care.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So jump into the chat, folks, where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and we're going to tour this beautiful home. I can't wait. We're going to check it out. But yeah, if you are online, jump in and tell us what's going on. So Dawn.
Yeah, I'm seeing YouTube. If somebody from Facebook could comment, that would help me out. But we've got Mitch over on YouTube saying first time live viewer here. So welcome, Mitch.
I hope you stay.
Yeah. We got Ashley saying hello from California. Hey, Ashley.
What's up, Ashley?
We've got Doug and Jan building at Angelina D in Bergheim.
Bergheim, you got it.
What is the approximate cost per foot for screening a porch in?
Oh, I have the price book pulled up, so it'll take me a minute to get there. But Doug and Jan, I will get that question answered. Now, I'm assuming you're not under construction yet. If you're under construction, the pricing I give you does not count. Because it's you'll need to get that price done by your
builder.
Yeah.
But
and also, of course, your salesperson would have it too. But let me look around for that, and while Dawn stalls for me. And
okay, all right. Well, we've got Faith saying that she likes going to Canton. So
I bet she does.
Knowing Faith, I bet she is all over that show, getting all this stuff. So that's awesome.
Very, very cool.
But yeah, very cool. There's Facebook. All right. Carolyn says Facebook's up and running. New home specialist listening along with y'all. Thanks for the history lesson, Eric.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm sure you can fact check it on Wikipedia, which makes it 100% accurate.
And then we've got Jennifer saying build in Apollodero E in Bexar County. Hoping to have concrete poured tomorrow. Awesome.
Very nice. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Great weather. We can start the
all right.
I'll find this.
Doug and Jan, we'll get you your version. Oh, they just cleared the land.
Oh,
so we're not quite under construction yet. So
good.
we'll get you your pricing. But let's go ahead and jump into the slideshow, which unfortunately Eric also controls. So
that's true.
It's not helping with my stall tactics.
It's okay.
All right. So we're talking about a Tampico. So there are 4 exterior elevation options available on this home. So that elevation A is going to be a more traditional hip roof with a brick front. Your elevation B is going to be your brick gable. So you've got a little bit, you got more peaks going on the front, just a little bit more visually interesting. Elevation C is going to be your traditional farmhouse. So that's going to be the combination of the board and batten. You're going to have some rough sawn wood post and usually a big front porch is going to happen on that home. And then the elevation D is more of a craftsman style. So it's going to be a mix of, the lap siding with a brick wainscot, and you're going to have the, kind of more composite, like molding looking post on that porch. Is what's going to come standard with it. You may be familiar with the Tampico from our model that is out in Waco. So if you're interested in walking this home, you can go visit it in Waco, where we have done the elevation C. So that's going to be your farmhouse style model. But the interiors are very much the same from home to home. So if you want to go look at one in person, Waco is a great spot to do that. And then so the Tampico floor plan, it's a great little, great home. Packs a big punch for the size that it is. So it's just under 1,800 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, plus a study. So it could very easily be a 4-bedroom. With just a little bit of tiny changes to it. It is a true split bedroom plan, meaning that the master suite is off to a completely different side of the home than the rest of the bedroom. So everybody has their privacy, and even that study is off by itself. So you're not sharing any walls between bedrooms. Everything's very separate. So great plan for that. And then you've got that nice, huge open area, family room, dining area, kitchen. And if you promise not to tell the fire marshal, we may have at one point had like 80 people in that Tampico model for our grand opening. We set up a bunch of chairs to give you an idea of how big that connected living space is. So yeah, just a great home to look at, lots of space. So here are the changes that the family made to it. So like I mentioned, we did a lot of stuff over in the kitchen. The first of which is they actually did the alternate utility room, which making that change, because it's originally off of the kitchen, makes changes on the kitchen side of the home. So by putting moving the utility room over with those secondary bedrooms, it pushes back bedroom 3 and just adds the utility room there, gives you a little bit of a longer hallway, but it also ends up giving you a much larger pantry and some additional kitchen space when you make that change. The second thing that they did in that kitchen is they actually added in a trash can pullout. So by doing that, they needed to add some depth to that island to support it. So they've got about an extra foot on their island. And then they wanted to have a separate cooktop, have the wall ovens, all of that. So there was a lot of rearranging happening with the appliances and the cabinetry in the kitchen to make that happen for them. So they have a separate vent hood. They have a range that's separate from their oven, and they've got the in-wall oven along with the microwave. So there were some cabinetry changes happening there. And then, like I mentioned, they did get a larger pantry because of the utility room change. Over on the opposite side of the home, there was a hallway. And in the base plan, there's a hallway closet right off of the master bedroom that they went ahead and took out and turned it into a drop zone instead. So instead of having that closet, they've got the bench with the storage in it. So nice change there. Unique. We don't really see people do that often, but I think it was a very smart change that they made there. In their master bathroom, they decided they didn't want the tub shower combo, so they just went to one large walk-in shower. So we'll show you how they made that change. And then in that family room, they did go ahead and cathedral the ceiling. They actually picked up the exact design that we have in our Waxahachie sales office. So just so you know, if you see something you like anywhere in the Tilson verse, we can try to figure out.
I think it's in Waco.
No, they actually worked out of Waxahachie.
Okay.
Like they picked the sales office treatment. You'll see they did crown molding and the beams, and they actually did the exact same fan.
I'm just going to mute my mic and just
up in Waxahachie.
Mute my mic and event slides. I do have screen porch pricing when you're ready, but.
All right, cool. Well, we'll get to that in just a second. So they did also add in a fireplace with a full stone surround in that family room as well. And then they added the extended rear covered porch on that. And then what they did is they actually split it, took 2/3 of it and screened it in, and then left the rest open. So Eric, if you want to talk about the pricing on a screen porch now.
Yeah, so the porch screening is done by the lineal foot. So it's going to depend on if it's a cathedral ceiling or if it's a flat ceiling. So in this case, it's a flat ceiling. So the cathedral in this house runs left to right. So when I say difference, like obviously if the cathedral is going this way, like you see in a lot of our homes, like the Martin Springs and some of those others, obviously that screening is going to be a different price because it goes, 20 feet in the air. So the pricing I'm going to give you is for assuming a flat ceiling, and you can either do screen all the way down. So floor to ceiling, and that's about $210 a lineal foot. And then if you're going to do like we have in the Refugio model, where you got kind of a half wall down there below, and then, or I guess a third of a wall, and the screening above that, that's $270 a lineal foot on Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. All
right, perfect.
So, if it's cathedral, like it's 2.5 times that. So but it on a flat ceiling, that's what it runs. And
okay.
Yeah, we can show you the difference.
Awesome.
All right. Well,
All
good. I'm
righty.
glad I'm necessary again. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go look at this house.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tilson Home Tours. My name is Rachel and today I'm here with Jason in his Tampico home in Zandt County. So let's start by talking about the exterior of your home and the changes you made. Your home is not the typical Tampico exterior. What did you change on that?
Yeah, so we went with the Tampico D, but we added an additional gable and bumped out the front porch to add some more dimension to our exterior. We also added some corbels along the gable, as well as swapped out our posts for cedar wrapped beam.
Yeah, I love that. I think those posts look very good. You get the farmhouse feel still. You guys picked a gorgeous green color for the exterior, and you also changed all the brick to stone, which made the curb appeal beautiful when you drove up. I love what you guys did. And like you said, that bumping the porch out by adding that gable, it looks beautiful. Yeah, so let's talk about your kitchen a little bit now. So you guys made a few customizations in here that added space to this. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we added the silverware drawer here. Much more convenient than your typical drawer.
Yeah.
In addition to this, we also added stone on the entire peninsula, and that gave us an additional close to 16 inches all the way around our peninsula here.
Yeah, and adding that definitely added some length to that. And I know you guys added the built-in trash drawer to this, and that also added some length to your island here.
Yes, we did, and this has been a great addition. I couldn't imagine not having the trash drawer into the island here.
Yeah, I love that. And so let's go over here and look at your pantry for a second. So you guys over here did the alternate utilities on your home, which gave you a giant pantry.
Not only did it extend our pantry and make it much larger, it actually extends the kitchen. This whole space here is added to the kitchen as well.
With the alternate utility.
Yes.
Yeah, that turned out wonderful. And I know, like, when I first walked in, you guys have a very bright kitchen. Like I was telling your wife earlier, the colors you guys chose in here, the backsplash, the countertops, the cabinets, everything blends so well and really brightens up this space.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so this has worked out great for you guys. And over here you have a little dining area. Just, you know, that's a great size table. You could fit 6 people at this table. And there's still plenty of space similar to your other rooms we've talked about that have a lot of big furniture in them.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than it seems. The table is quite large, and there's still plenty of space for seating everywhere.
Yeah, lots of natural light too across your whole house. It's a common theme we've seen, but I love that. Let's go ahead and go check out your living area.
Alrighty.
All right. So we started at that front exterior and just wanted to talk a little bit about the changes that they made to that D elevation. So like I mentioned when we were talking, as this plan comes, the D elevation is much more of a craftsman influence with the brick and the lap siding and the composite post that look, you know, with the molding kind of treatment. They were looking for more of, you know, kind of that traditional Texas ranch style. So they did go ahead and added in some space to that porch. They wanted the second gable just to add a little bit more visual interest. And then they did add some rough sawn wood corbels into those gables just for a little bit more of an accent piece. They swapped out all of that brick for stone. So all of that was subbed out to give you that more Texas-y feel with that Texas mixed stone. And then they changed the porch post to actually be the rough sawn wood as well, just to kind of like tie everything in.
Looks
So they
super
really
cool.
updated, super cool, and really, you know, changed that elevation entirely. But started with the good base that it had, but you went from a craftsman style to a Texas ranch very easily with just those simple changes.
Love it. Awesome.
So there is that home again. So you can kind of see that outside and what we were talking about. And they went for this, you know, very bright green color. They're just kind of blending in to the surroundings and mixing very well with the Texas environment. You've got the Texas mixed stone. You've got that darker rough sawn wood in the post and in the corbels. And just a beautiful home. And I love that huge front porch.
Yeah, it turned out great. Yeah, you can get a scale for it for like that is not a small seating space. So they got lots of cool seating on the front porch. I'm a front porch kind of guy.
Yeah.
So on the front porch in the dark and drink coffee and watch nothing
Yeah,
else.
and then adding that extra gable gave them some additional space right where you're entering to, so it made it even bigger.
That's great.
And then here is their kitchen. Like we were talking about, they did go ahead and enlarge it by opting for that alternate utility room space. So, like they were talking, they did wrap the peninsula in that Texas mixed stone. So bringing a little bit of that outside features inside. And then kind of like I was talking about up front, they did make the changes to the appliances. You can see that they've got the separate vent hood. They've got a pot filler happening in there right over their range. And then they've got a wall oven with the microwave above it. So there was some some of the cabinetry needed to be switched around in order to accomplish that. And then they've got a little bit of extra space in that island, which I think the next page shows some of those pullouts that they did in those cabinetry options. So there's the pullout drawer for the trash can that they were talking about that they
I'll do
didn't
the ooh
add.
and ah. Ooh.
Ooh, ah.
Yep.
And I think that the utensil thing is very cool. We also did this in our Lone Star model, and so it's great to see these being used. And it just gets all of that stuff off of your countertops and put away. And yeah, just a great use of cabinet space.
My son would mess that up every time putting stuff back away out of the dishwasher. Just out there. I mean, the fact that he empties it is amazing, but yeah, I was gonna say it's a Where's Waldo of knives, spoons, forks, and utensils. So.
That's fair.
It's a fun game we play.
We all play those games.
If you put stuff away when you're doing this, it is going to add a degree of difficulty.
It does. It does. Does he at least inspect it to make sure it got completely clean, or is that a fun game too?
Yeah. Did the soap dispenser thing open? I don't know.
I don't know.
Did the soap thing dissolve? All right. Yeah, but these are super cool features, and there's tons of other features beyond.
Yeah, there's tons of other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have Kent Moore has a knife block that's done the same way. There's just if you want it without the utensil cups, they've got it that it's just a good spice rack. So lots of different options and lots of other things that you can do in that space. So Beautiful. If there's something you're interested in, just ask your consultant. We've got tons of options that we can do. And then this is their pantry. As you can see, it's huge. Nice. There's a lot of space in here. They can store everything. They've got, separate freezer. Looks like they've got a wine fridge in there too. Just lots of good space.
Very cool. We got some questions to answer, so let's do that.
We do. All right. Let's see. So we have Ashley sharing that their current stage of building is trying to remind her husband that he was supposed to be retiring when he decides he wants to join the SWAT team now.
Hey, that sounds awesome to me.
It might make that could he join the SWAT team in Texas? Because I know you guys have been trying to leave California, so maybe we could negotiate a Texas.
We got bad guys here too. Come on.
Yeah. Good stuff. Get yourself
California's a lot of talk.
You want to be there.
Texas, and let's quell the rebellion. Except Van Zandt. Don't mess with those people. They'll jack you up.
Even at RGR, so she's way away from Van. We get Sophia saying hello, building a Canyon C in Bernie. Just our general contractor Wayne. Super excited to get things going. Oh, that's awesome.
Super cool.
And
Thanks for watching.
We've got Amy also in Bernie, weeks away from closing, and I can't stop walking through our house and just pinching myself to make sure it isn't all a dream. Oh, that's so sweet. Cool. That's exciting.
Thanks,
Thank you
Amy.
for sharing.
And don't leave us once you close. Keep coming. Keep
coming back. Send us pictures. Let us know how it's going. Then we've got Angela saying hello from Crescent in Hood County, building a Polydor C. We have electricians and plumbers finishing up this week. Cal has been great.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
And then Amy sharing their building in Arlington C. And man, I didn't think it was possible to love the floor plan anymore, but I do every time I walk in. Oh, that's so nice.
Very cool.
Glad to hear that. And then we've got somebody from YouTube saying hi from San Marcos. Can I get a cost estimate on adding an alternative kitchen and rear covered porch cathedral for the Canyon D in Hay County?
Hayes County,
Arlington and in the Canyon.
I'm going to assume Hayes.
Hayes, yeah.
But yeah, so the alternate kitchen is right at $10,000, and the cathedral ceiling on the rear covered porch is $27,000. Well, this includes the porch, of course. $27,400. That's to do the cathedral ceiling out onto the porch. So I hope that helps. Again, October 7th, 2025. Disclaimed.
And
in Hayes County, Texas.
Yeah, and also in case you have been looking at the Arlington, that's. Oh, never mind. You're talking about the Canyon. Yeah. So Canyon, you're the alternate kitchen's pretty close on the Canyon to what you're pricing.
So. That was in Bryan, Don, in case you're wondering. I know you need help with that.
I know that the Tampico is in Waco. We're
I
going
messed
to
that
get to
up.
that.
I messed it up.
No, you're fine.
It's
I
not me.
mean, we do have the cathedral ceiling in Waco, in the Waco model too, so it's fair. Alicia saying hello from Melissa. I'm so excited to see this beautiful home featured for these wonderful customers. Thanks,
Well,
Alicia.
you crushed it, Alicia, always.
And then we've got Ed saying hello from Seattle. If a well is needed on the property, what is the best way to determine the proper location of the well in relation to the house's position on the property? We've been slowly prepping and clearing the property, and we'd like to have the well in before the home is built. We aren't sure if this should be coordinated with Tilson. For reference, we'll be choosing the Canyon C. We plan to place the well behind the home, but is one side of the home left or right the preferred for the well's location?
Doesn't make a difference to us, Ed. Thanks for asking, and thanks for joining us from the Pacific Northwest. I envy your weather. I also envy that your baseball team is in the playoffs and mine is not, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, no. As far as water is kind of one of those things where it really doesn't matter where it comes from, as far as where it connects to the house. And we don't have the same struggles that y'all do up in Seattle. If it's buried, a foot or two, or kick some dirt on top of it, you're probably gonna be fine. So with respect to where it should be relative to other things on the land, the biggest variable there is actually going to be your septic system or neighbor's septic system. And forgive me, I don't know how close you are to your neighbors, but the TCEQ, Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, has some parameters that they set on how buffer zones around a water well. So a fully cemented encased water well, 50-foot buffer zone around that. You can't have a septic system. You can't have a septic spray head spraying within that 50-foot buffer zone. And that goes for yours as well as your neighbors. If you're on a couple, 2-3 acres, it's probably a non-issue. So that's the biggest caveat, though, is kind of going to, but yeah, I absolutely think that's something you should coordinate with us if you're planning on building one of our homes. We have no problem coming out there. I know you've been down before already and met out there, but so you could probably communicate, either virtual or via email with either one of our site evaluators or your sales consultant, and we could on a plot plan or on a plat or survey, we can kind of get everything set where it needs to be. And we wouldn't even mind getting maybe some input from a septic installer, septic designer on, hey, would this, pass muster in the county I'm wanting to build? But yeah, as far as where it is relative to if you're going to have like a house and a shop and maybe a guest house later, having it centrally located might be of value. But if you're planning on doing like a pool or something behind the house at some point, maybe you don't want, you don't want the well right there, because once it's there, you can't really move it. So,
yeah.
And they're not really, I'm saying not pleasant to look at. There's not, you don't want to be looking at your back window and see a wellhead, even if you put like a cute little outhouse thing on top of it of something. Like, it's okay to have it off to a side, and you have it run from there to the actual where it stubs out of the house. There'll be a hose bib there where it stubs out, and so where the water source comes into the house. But the biggest driver of its location is going to be the septic system or any neighboring wells and septics. So that's what will drive that bus.
Okay. All right. We've got Mitch sharing that bad guys don't last long in Texas, so
That's
maybe
fair.
Ashley's husband wouldn't have much to do.
You'd be way busier in California, I suppose. But
yeah. And then we got Gary saying, I'm hoping to get a deal done on a Travis. Awesome.
cool.
That's a great plan.
Awesome. Yeah.
We got Crystal saying we're building a rock wall in Bell County. We're almost out of the framing stage, I think. Awesome.
No, not I think.
I think.
We'll let you know.
All right, awesome. And Ashley is saying he would totally transfer laterally, but he refuses to go through another academy program. So love him, but he drives me nuts. That's fair. I understand that. And then Anne is from Frisco. Someday I will have a Tilson home down in Lake Richland Chambers. Which brick color is closest to A&M Maroon?
That is close to my heart. I actually don't know the brick colors, and they do vary from region to region a little bit. So I don't know anybody at any Tilson family folks that are watching and want to take a stab at that. Do not disgrace my Aggie Maroon, but as close as you can to Aggie Maroon, which means not red, by the way, not red, not purple, proper maroon. Just like there's a certain school here that doesn't have, it's not orange. They call it orange. It's not orange. Dawn agrees.
Yeah, that color is not orange.
They used to be in the top 25 briefly. Anyway, so
we were too.
All right, we will see if we can find one, and that's close. Hopefully somebody watching will give us an opinion, and it will be exactly that. And just FYI, It's an opinion.
Yeah, Alicia, if she's still on, she might be able to know because she's been playing around. Since we're talking about doing some painting, she's been playing with that maroon color today. So
Yes.
all right, but in the
Very cool,
meantime,
guys.
let's take a look.
Yeah, keep dropping your questions and comments into the chat. We want to hear from you. I keep talking over Dawn. We've done this before, believe it or not. So yeah, I blame me. So we're going to hop back into the slideshow, but do drop your questions into the chat. We want to hear from you guys.
All right, so we're going to watch the video and see the family room and the bedrooms.
If you say so.
Okay, so now we're headed into your family room, which when we talked about it earlier, you told me you took a lot of these design inspiration for the ceiling from one of our offices.
Yeah, we had worked with Tilson at the Waxahachie office, and in their lobby they had the same cedar wrapped beam, crown molding, and fan. And we just told them to take that exact replica and put it into our living room.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, it adds so much warmth. Like I said, when I walked in, I saw your fireplace. It's very grand. You have the same stone that you wrapped your house with, and the peninsula is with the same stone. And then you see the warmth of all the wood on the ceiling and the ceiling treatments, and then the beautiful fan that you guys also found in the Waxahachie office.
Yeah, it's the Texas mixed stone, and like you said, we did it all throughout the interior and exterior of our home.
Yeah, it turned out wonderful, and it brings those natural elements in, adds warmth, adds texture, and it turned out stunning. In your living room area, you have large furniture in here, plenty of seating area for the family, large TV on the wall, and there still seems to be so much space in here.
Yeah, it's a very nicely sized living space.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, let's go ahead and check out your master suite.
Alrighty.
Okay, so now we're here in your master suite that has a lot of natural light coming in from these windows, great view out of it, large furniture. How has this area worked out for you guys?
It's worked very well. Like you said, there's lots of space for our furniture and ample space to add more furniture once we get that.
Yeah, I know you guys have littles right now, so you have a crib over here, a king-size bed, a large rocker, and you still have plenty of room in here.
Yeah.
Works great for you guys. Well, let's go check out your bathroom, your master bath.
All right.
Okay, so now we're looking at your master bath. We have a few changes that you guys made in here. Do you want to explain those a little bit?
Yeah, so we opted for a custom shower instead of the standard option that bumps this wall out, which, you know, adds exterior and has a little awkward bump out on the outside. So we want to keep that flush and flat. So you just got rid of this tub, and then in place of the tub, just built in the shower.
Yeah, I love that you guys used the space that was already here rather than adding more space. And I think that changing this from a tub to a shower makes the bathroom look grand. And like you said, you added this pocket door to avoid the swing door hitting the shower. And I think that was a great change in this bathroom.
Yeah, it gives you more space because you don't have to have the awkward door space here to get in your way whenever you're trying to do anything in the shower.
Yeah, well, let's go check out the secondary bedrooms.
All right.
Okay, so we just wrapped up your master suite, beautiful room. Now we're headed to the other side of the house. With the specific floor plan you guys picked, it had the split floor plan, correct? Yeah, so we're headed to the other side to go check out the secondary bedrooms. Okay, so as we head into the bedroom number 2, great size room. You guys using this as a playroom right now because you guys have littles and they need it. Great size room, natural light, great view outside. And then right outside this door, we have the secondary bathroom. And at the very end of the hallway, we have the third bedroom.
Yep, third bedroom is the exact same as this one here.
Yep, that's very convenient to have all this on the opposite side as the master, but still all close enough together where it's convenient for your guests, your kids, anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and go check out the office now.
All right.
Okay, so now we're checking out your office. Great size room. How has this worked out for you?
It worked out great. It's a great sized office space. Been enjoying it quite well.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to an office except for you need one. So it has great views. I mean, wonderful. You see the cows out there. So great lighting. This would be a great office to work out of. Great space. You have a closet over there, plenty of space. So this is a great room. Yeah, well, let's go wrap up in the kitchen.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, so here's that family room, very similar to our Waxahachie sales office with their ceiling treatment. Like you were saying, they took the inspiration from there because we've got the same crown molding and beam and fan from there. So he was just like, hey, put this in my house. So great space. You can make those changes like that. And then, like I mentioned, they did go ahead and add that fireplace. And this is one of the Constitution wood burning fireplaces that they have going on in there. And yeah, just a very large room, lots of space in there for the whole family, and connected right there to that kitchen.
So yes, you can still have a wood burning fireplace in North Texas. It is possible.
Yes, absolutely.
Come on.
And then there's our master bedroom. Like they were talking about, this is a very large room. You can see they've got a full-size crib, a king bed, and still have their side table and another rocker. Like this is a very large room, so lots of space, and you've got big windows looking into the backyard. So just great.
Yeah,
great
space.
Cool.
I want to go back to the family a little bit and have that view going onto the the screened-in covered porch, because it can look a little bit deceiving in the pictures. That it's like, is there another room back there? But it's actually the screened porch that we got other photos. So.
Yeah, so it's an outside room. Outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, and then there's their master bathroom. Like they were talking, they did go ahead and put in the pocket door in between the bathroom and the bedroom, just to give them a little bit of extra space in there. But then you've got that long, really, really long vanity space with the single sink in it, so you've got more space for all of your stuff. And then they did take out that tub shower combo and go with just the large walk-in shower, and they've got the pebble stone flooring that just looks so cool, but great space for them. And then that's going to go through, and they've got a large master closet, and you've got the cabinet space in there for all of your linens, and just good space.
Super awesome. Yeah.
And then this is one of their secondary bedrooms. Both of the bedrooms are the same size, so we only photographed one of them for this, but this is the one that's on the front of the home that they're using as a playroom. Very large secondary bedrooms with really big closet space as well. So
this room looks fun.
This room does look fun. I'm looking at all the dinosaurs and all the bluey stuff.
Triceratops, bluey. Yeah, we got. Like, I want to take a ride on the rolling rocking horse. Like that's.
Yeah, very cool. They've got a keyboard in there. It's all this stuff.
I feel like all we need is like Woody, and then is it Andy that's the kid in Toy Story? Yeah, like I think this thing comes to life.
Yes, it's very cool. Yeah. Definitely a fun space. You can tell it's well loved.
About you behind your back. That's the kind of toys these are.
And then this is the bathroom that those two bedrooms share. So you've got a tub shower combo in that bathroom. You can kind of peep it a little bit through the mirror. You can see that. And then it's got its own linen cabinet and then sink space. So
awesome.
Works well. And then this is that office that's off of the foyer on the front of the home, all by itself. So just a great space. And it has a huge window that looks out into the front yard.
Yeah, if you haven't been to the model or go toward the Tampico model on our website, go check it out, because as home offices go, for that size of house, it cannot be beat. Like it's
it's a very large room.
Yeah, it's awesome and super versatile. Not near any of the other bedrooms, so it's totally sequestered. Like it's exactly what a home office should be.
Yeah, it's a great space. All right. Well, we do have a couple of other people chiming in. So Alicia is sharing, we do have the paint color that we checked out that's closest to A&M Maroon, which is the deep maroon Sherwin-Williams. So we'll keep looking on the brick though. And then we've got Jason saying, "Hey guys, we are absolutely loving our Angelina." Oh, that's
I was
awesome.
actually going to mention him when Amy was talking earlier. I'm like, be like J-Mac, come back and talk to the people, and then lo and behold, he appears.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're going to be out at JMax Angelina in a couple of weeks. I am trying to work it so that I get to go be at that video. So we'll show it to everybody else, a couple months from now, but we are about to film his
And
Angelina.
So we're all fair about, me not knowing about the cathedral ceiling thing. I don't get to see these videos before this show. Like I see them as you see them. So
I know. I wasn't upset with you. I was just... You are way more bothered by this than I am. So,
oh no, I don't mind being wrong. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. It's fine. Then we got Denise saying, "Afternoon. I just got a call from Greg. Eric, he says hi.
What up, Greg?
Cabinets were delivered and will be started tomorrow with trimming by the end of the week. We got a contract on our house and have to be out by the end of the month, so the clock is ticking." All right.
Nice. Hey, that is a good problem to have. If in the realm of problems, I'll take that problem.
Yeah, absolutely. We will take a house sold and figuring it out over
sure.
the opposite.
There
So
are lots of
that's
cute little
awesome.
Airbnbs all around Brenham and Chapel Hill. You'll be fine.
Wonderful. All
Might
right.
even be
Well,
one in Anderson. Who knows?
let's take a peek at the rest of the
All
house.
right, let's check it out. Y'all keep dropping your questions, comments into the chat. We'll answer every one of them.
Okay, so now we're back in the kitchen to wrap up your grand home tour, and I just wanted to touch on a couple more things before we wrap up. So you guys chose during the design process to do the alternate utility location, correct?
Yes, we did. And we wanted to have the additional space in our kitchen as well as a larger pantry. And that moved the utility over into between the bedrooms on the side of the house. And one of the custom options we did in addition to that was we changed the flooring into this brick pattern that my wife found on Pinterest.
Yeah.
Adding that utility room, and actually bumped out the entire side of the house to be in line with our back porch.
Speaking of your back porch, when I got here, I thought it was custom sized because your house got bumped out and it went wall to wall on your house. It's a huge back porch, and you guys did something really special out there, and you guys screened in the majority of it so you have a nice area to hang out there. How has that worked out?
It's worked out very well. Yeah, we screened in about 2/3 of the porch, and it's been great so far, keeping bugs out and our dogs as well.
Yeah, no, I love that. You guys have a place to hang out. You have some birds out there, a table, an area to hang out outside without the mosquitoes, without the bugs, and just enjoy nature. And you guys have a wonderful view, and your house has turned out amazing. How has everything been overall?
It's been great overall. Everything we've loved. I couldn't imagine doing anything else that we didn't do. So.
Well, thank you so much for opening your home to all of us today. It is beautiful, and this space seems to be filled with so much joy for you guys, and I hope it is for many, many years. And thank you for joining us for another episode of Tilson Home Tours, and we hope to make you a part of the Tilson family soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So there's that utility room that they were talking about, which they did do the brick tile floor in there. We've got that in a couple of our models, and it's great, particularly if you're doing it in a space that might get some moisture happening, because the floor is definitely, it's non-slip with that, but it just adds some cool texture.
Super cool look.
Well.
Actually takes me all the way back to we built my grandparents' house in 1970, not the Tilson side of the family. My mom's side of the family, which is how my parents met. Long story, different Tilson life. But like I saw this picture and it like took me right back to me, Mom and Papa's house. Like I love when things come full circle. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, the style standpoint.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's old is new again. Also the sign, rub some dirt on it. Quintessential. Love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Super cool.
Love it. And here's that rear exterior, so you can see that back porch and the screened in section. I love the way that we do the screened in porches with that third wall, because it makes sure, especially you can see they've got large dogs and critters and stuff. That way you're not worried about the bottom of that screen getting ripped or any of that. So it just gives you a good place to put furniture against it and all of that.
Run a broom against it. Yeah. So this would be that 270 lineal foot I was talking about, which would be, and it's actually, you saw from the video, it's hardy plank on both sides. So it's really a double wall. So you've got the painted hardy trim done. I mean, it's done properly both sides of it. Just a real nice finish, clean look. I think it looks sharp.
Yeah, looks really good. And then that's the inside. So you can see that. See,
for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool look.
Puppies happening.
And yeah, entirely. I mean, it's a total room. Like you got the ceiling fan, you got the ceiling, you got shade, you got like this is probably good. Yeah, very comfortable year round. Just really nice touch.
Good space.
Yep. Great space for a one-on-one or like a performance review or whatever.
Didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Never happened on a screen porch.
That wasn't this porch. It was different. It was
no, not this porch. Not like it. So anyway, yeah, really cool look.
Yeah. And thank you to the Dewar family for allowing us to come into their home.
And bring us into your space. Very cool. That is a big old cat.
Yes.
It's a big cat.
You can see that cat could not be moved. It was
nope. That cat is yep.
that is his house.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So
super cool. Well, let's go answer some questions. Folks, drop your questions into the chat. We'll do this kind of as a not necessarily last call, but second. We'll do a second to last call. I've never done that
Okay.
before. We'll do a second to last call. Why not?
Makes sense. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We've got Denise is saying they're going to be in the motorhome in Chapel Hill till the house is complete. So she's hoping they both survive. So.
My money's on Denise.
At least it's cooler, so it should,
we're
should be a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. Sorry,
Maybe.
I don't want to jinx us like that, but
Maybe, yeah. We could use a little
she's
rain.
got a month. She's got a month.
Surely it'll hit 80 by then.
And then J-Mac is saying we're definitely looking forward to sharing our build and experience of the Tilson and everyone. Don, we're hoping you make it as well. Eric, you should also come. I'll have it fully completed and the permanent driveway in. We've heard a lot about that driveway. We gotta see it. And then we got Mitch saying, looking for ideas for a house that the approach is from the south. The spectacular view is to the west. We love the Lone Star Master Suite and alternate kitchen.
Yeah, so you need some kind of a view. And also know, Mitch, that, and I know you're first time watching, thanks for commenting, every single one of our plans can be reversed or mirrored. So if you find a layout that you kind of works to the other direction, we can mirror that plan and have that view to the south and to the west as opposed to the north and to the east. And we've also, in some cases, made the front of the house
the back of the house the front. Yeah.
So we're very, very flexible there. We can do all kinds of cool stuff from a design standpoint, Mitch. So we'd be glad to sit down and work with you and maximize that view that you're looking for. But I understand how important that is. So yeah, we can make that happen.
Okay. And he says he's building in Bandera County and Pipe Creek across from Bernie. Awesome.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. And thank you for calling it Pipe Creek, not Pipes Creek. Well done.
Then we got Mrs. Dewar saying, thank you for showcasing our home. We love it. And it's everything that we want and dream of. The Tilson process is really easy and they did everything great. Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for sharing that. We sure appreciate that. And yeah, trusting us and sharing your space, and you have a beautiful family, especially the cat.
Yep. And then Ashley's saying she read the comment as murder home, not motorhome. Oh yeah, I think that's kind of what we were getting.
Ashley, is everything okay on the SWAT team there in California?
Yeah.
Are we good?
We all right?
Safe space. We can talk about these things.
So what I'm getting from this is that Ashley and her husband will not be living in a motorhome.
Yes. One can become the other for sure.
Then Ed is sharing an interesting side note. When we were researching builders, I reached out to Mr. Dewar and to get some insight about Tilson. He told us how much he loved his home and spoke very highly of Tilson.
Wow.
We were sold. Oh, thank you.
You're kidding me. You people talk to each other outside of Dawn and me? Y'all have
You have conversations without us?
You have a group text that doesn't include us? You're kidding. You're kidding.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing
and thank you, Dewars, for talking to him. Yeah, no, look, this is a great community. We say that all the time about if you want to learn something, Dawn and I, Dawn is super helpful. I'm like mid, but the people that are on these threads that are in these groups,
yes,
there's the real education. Like they've been there, they've done that, they know what they're doing, they know what they were in for, and they'll be happy to talk to you about their experience. So
yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thanks for outing all your friends.
Stacy is asking, is excavation the same as clearing the land?
Pretty much, Stacy. Yeah, the only difference would be in some cases if we're doing a cut. So simply means if we're taking a piece of equipment, whether that's a dozer or an excavator, a traco, or a skid steer, a track loader, and cutting the land down, that's a more technical term of excavation. We're digging down, But yeah, typically clearing the land is what some people talk about excavation. So excavation is just a little bit more in-depth version of clearing. Could mean cutting the land down, making it a little more level in a spot.
Okay, awesome. Ed says that he tracked him down and it was literally a cold call on a Friday night.
Hardcore, Ed. Hey, when you're going to spend $500,000, what's one call?
Absolutely. And then Stacy's asking, also, is construction drive done to be used as a permanent driveway once the house is complete?
Awesome question, Stacy. Certainly can be. Doesn't have to be, but certainly can be. So I did that with mine. I made sure that where my permanent drive was going to be, I kind of made that the construction drive so that, again, during the process of building, a lot of heavy equipment, heavy trucks, so concrete trucks, dump trucks, lumber trucks, even bringing like the granite in and out, or all that kind of stuff, so that it would pack down that dirt. And then I had when they came out to do my final grade, I paid our that dirt guy, that rock guy, a little bit extra to have him bring in about 6 or 7 more loads of rock and dress that road up. And that is my permanent drive. So it's packed, it's solid, it doesn't wash out when it rains, and that's the big advantage is if you can work it out where your construction drive is at least the underlying foundation for what will be your permanent drive.
Yep, absolutely. And then J-Mac is saying, Edgar, see the best experience ever. Tilson was everything and more than we hoped for. Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Cool. Yeah.
And then we got Joe saying we're looking at liking the Travis B for a Robertson County build, but it's a little big for the two of us. What are the opportunities available for downsizing the floor plan, i.e. lowering the square foot in larger areas, great room kitchen to meet what we feel is a reasonable size for us?
Yeah, Joe, it can be done. We do often just say maybe start with a smaller plan and add two. That usually is a little bit more cost effective depending on how much area you're trying to remove. I'm very careful about removing sizes from places like the kitchen, just because I know it may seem large, but you start taking a foot or two out of a kitchen, and that's
a big difference.
That changes that space significantly. Family rooms, not as much, but bathrooms and kitchens, you take a foot out of places like that, that's significant. That's the difference between like the island working or not, as far as a functionality standpoint between that and the dishwasher and pantry and doors and drawers and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hesitant to pull footage out of a kitchen typically, although it's not impossible. And then anyway, yeah. So, but yes, it can be done. And we'd be glad to look into that and up in the Hearn, Franklin, Robertson County area. Help you guys out.
All right. And then Ro is saying, yeah, there were like 5 more people reach out to us and ask about our porch too after y'all posted our closing picture.
No kidding.
That's awesome. And then we've got J-Max saying, Stacy, message me. I'll give you all the info you need regarding a construction drive. Whatever you do, let Tilson build it.
J-Mac, I'm gonna write a book one day, and you're gonna write the whole chapter on construction drives. Like I'm not even gonna touch it. Like you're gonna be a what's it? Ghost writer? Pseudo? What is? Yeah.
I think the whole chapter is gonna be let Tilson do it.
Correct. Yeah, that's it. That's the tweet. Yeah, whole thing.
And then we got Azoldi and Karen saying, hey, Eric and Dawn. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good meeting you guys.
We enjoyed y'all's video.
Yeah. Well, that was cool.
Yeah. We got Stacy saying, love these lives. Hoping to get our appointments set up soon. I'm trying to decide between the Brazoria and San Jacinto. Both are so beautiful. Yeah, that's tough. That is a tough choice. So I feel like maybe you've been to spring.
You're like either been to or going to spring. That's
going to spring.
Spring is in your destiny.
Both, but yeah, that's a tough decision. They're both. But the good thing is you can't go wrong with either one of them.
Yeah,
so be a good choice.
Awesome. All right, folks.
Awesome.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you all for joining us. Now, Dawn, do we have anything going on soon or this weekend? Or
yes, we have 2 seminars happening this weekend. So our Bernie office is going to be giving you guys more information about our Easy Buy program. So if you have any questions about how to make this thing work, how do we finance it, how do we pay for it, that is a great place for you guys to go. And then our Waco team, where our Tampico model is, they are going to be talking about the building process. So one of the builders is going to be out there talking all about construction and how Tilson does it, why we use the materials we use, all of that good stuff. So you can get all of those questions answered.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, definitely do that. Obviously the journey doesn't have to end here. So we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we have a YouTube channel, we have a website open 24/7 with new home specialists on standby to make those appointments. Get you in the door to help you decide. You don't have to decide between the Brazoria and San Jacinto by yourself. Don't do that. Come see us. Come talk to us.
Stacy does say that she was just in spring. So
well, there you have it. Yes. It happens. It happens. So yeah, do that. Also, we have 12 locations open 7 days a week. Yes, we are open this Monday. We are open Columbus Day. So do come out and see us, or if you have a little time on your hands, want to travel across the state and see a model that is not near you, great time to do that. There may be a Buc-ee's you can stop at. I don't know. It's possible. So, but there's definitely a Tilson you can stop at. And I promise you have clean restrooms as well. So, we don't have brisket, but their brisket is mid. Unpopular opinion. We don't do that today.
Those fighting words. It's time to wrap up before the chat goes wild.
The Buc-ee's barbecue is mid. So anyway,
they're good though.
It's great gas station barbecue. Fantastic gas station barbecue. Just like Rudy's. All right. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Dawn, for putting this together. Thanks, Rachel, for going there, meeting, and of course Alicia for putting some of this together too, and of obviously the Dewar family for sharing your space with us, trusting us with the building of your forever home. Thank you so much for inviting us into your space and making us part of your life. That means a lot to us. Thank you all for watching and commenting. Don't let it end here. We're easy to get a hold of. We want to answer all your questions, and we genuinely soon hope to make you part of the Tilson family. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everybody.